So I want to share a story with you today about a 36-year-old man. He came to us 5 years ago, and with his beautiful children, 3 and 8 years old, and his lovely wife. And they were joining the Living with Cancer support group that runs every Wednesday for adults with advanced cancer and their caregivers. And he came to my office door 3 years ago and said to me, "Elaine, I live 2 hours out of Calgary in rural Alberta. Isn't there any way that I can live stream into the Living with Cancer program? Because pretty soon I won't be able to drive all this way in." And he said, "This group is a lifeline for me. Here we are through a global pandemic, and we were forced to put our group onto Zoom. And he has been able to join in every week as he is nearer and nearer to the end of his life now and unable to drive the distance into Calgary. With his support from the group, he's been able to begin some serious legacy work. And his father has created some memory boxes, made them out of wood, and he's making beautiful memory boxes for his 2 daughters and his wife. He's made 10 years worth of Valentine's Days and birthday cards and Mother's Day cards for his beautiful family for when he dies. And he's been able to do all of that because of the support that he's received through the Living with Cancer program remotely.
So there are many memories that I have of people here at Rosedale, but just thinking over this summer when we've been dealing with the impact of COVID and many of the things we typically are able to do have been restricted. We have been able to have music occasionally in the backyard, in the garden, and we've been able to have patients go out while that music is playing, and just seeing the family gather around the table and finally be able to be outside and to be together and to be able to be more people than just limited to a couple people and to listen to the music. I really saw the impact. We had a patient who was quite down for many days, and when he finally was able to be outside, his whole countenance changed, and the days following he was lighter.
Pretty much every client who comes to the building comments on the warmth and the hospitality that's felt here when they come. And so it's taken a little bit of extra effort to create that same sense working through telehealth or in community visits with clients over the pandemic. And we had the privilege of having blankets donated and have been able to give those out to clients. And so it's served a couple of really cool purposes. One is using those blankets, we've been able to extend that feeling of warmth and hospitality and comfort to clients, even though we're working over a screen together. So there's been that. And another really cool unexpected part for me is how the blankets have sort of transformed to support our therapeutic work. Fun story to share. I have a client, a little girl who's 6, and she loved the blanket that came to her, and right away just tied it around her neck, made it a cape, and I tied mine around my neck, and we became superheroes in our session. Superheroes who could solve any problem that came our way.